Unmukh only gave us just a small part of the story. He got a half an hour pasting from Kapil sir. Kal match hai, yahan pe kya kar rahe ho? We should be in the nets practicing. What we're going to do is throw the floor open.
Let me say that. I said, where you come from? He said, Bangalore. And we are playing tomorrow with Sachin Tendulkar. I said, what are you doing here? That's exactly what happened. He said, these people called me. I said, you shouldn't be here. If I, your manager, I would have kicked your backside and say, go back to the cricket ground. You have the entire life to come back to these type of stages. But today's, let me say, today's youth is different. They can do it. In my time, no way anybody would have allowed me to come to Bangalore to attend this type of function and go back and play tomorrow. I wouldn't have. If I were his manager, I would have not even $1 million. I would not let him come here. That's my perception. I may be wrong, but today's youth is different. So I admire today's youth.
We respect what Kapil sir is saying, but we're very happy to have you, Unmukh. Don't look so shy and embarrassed. We're still very happy to have you with us. I want to bring in Unmukh's mom, ma'am, if I could ask you about some of the personal experiences, because India is just beginning to discover Unmukh. So if you could rewind into your memory and give us some sense of what it took to have a child who's gone out and scored 100 against Australia in the finals of a World Cup. A warm round of applause for her, please.
इसी तरह से जिस तरह से इसने खेला, जो मेहनत ये करता था और इसी तरह से खेलता रहे, ऑनेस्ट, हमेशा गेम के प्रति ऑनेस्ट रहे, अपने प्रति ऑनेस्ट रहे, तो हमेशा विजय होगा.
That's what everybody is hoping for. Thank you very much, ma'am. All right, let's throw it open for questions. Mala has a question. Yes.
Question for Kapil. Kapil, I barged into your home 4 times when I was in college. I will not tell you how many years ago. These kids today gave you a standing ovation to meet you.
Why are you not going to tell
in Chandigarh? These kids today gave you a standing ovation. How have you managed to retain this magic and this sort of personality that appeals so much to youth across when I was younger and now? Not many people have been able to do it.
Do you know Mala came into your home 4 times? She's not telling us.
मुझे नहीं मालूम. I think most important you understand, or every youth should understand. I think you have to be honest. And if you become whatever you become, it's more important what Azharuddin just said, that you have to be humble and honest person. You have to be honest to yourself, and that's the key. And don't afraid to give your opinion. That's what I believe. And over the period of time, you become a personality with your opinion. I'll give you example. People take it wrongly or misunderstand wrongly. When our best sportsman of our country, Sachin Tendulkar, without any doubt, I haven't seen a better sportsman India has produced. But in 23 years, I still don't know him. And that's the problem to me. And I'm saying one shouldn't get up and talk every time. When you're playing, you must play. But you want to become bigger, we must know your opinion. We must know what you're thinking about. And that's over the period of time, people start judging a person. He's like that. And she's like that. So if you say, I maintain or come that far, I just want to be honest to myself. Like a week back when Mukund's college thing comes out, I criticize him. I back the college. I back the university. If he want to study, attend the extra classes. That's important. But I don't want to say because he won the World Cup, I should back him up. No. I'm sort of person, You make your opinion and judgment over the period of time. Education is important and it will remain important than cricket. But if God have given you, use that, but have other things also with you. It will help you when you retired. And I hope you never retired.
Unmukh, you're very lucky that Kapil is not your coach or your manager, just by the way. But tell us about this.
Very unlucky, I tell you. He's very unlucky. I'm not his coach. He's not lucky. I would tell you, if I find he's good, I would make next 3 of his life will be tougher than anything else. That 3 years would give him another 30 years to live like a king.
So, Unmukh, tell us about your now famous run-in with St. Stephen's College. You bunked all your classes and had this big controversy going. How important is education and having an academic degree to you? We've seen several people like Sachin Tendulkar, several others, they haven't really bothered and they've done just fine. Do you think that is the way ahead? Do you lay a lot of emphasis? Kapil's got his hand up. He wants to
I haven't done anything, but that's why I was saying today also if I get a chance I want to go to Harvard to study. But it's not possible.
They'll call you to teach.
Yeah, whatever it is. So that's why I understand that. I gone through what he's going through. But when you reach 50, you felt little bad. I wish I would have done more education also because cricket is 10 to 15 years. Education is rest of your life.
Unmukh, how important is having an academic degree in a nation obsessed with education?
Well, for me, it's really important, and it's a very individual thing, to be honest. Some people would want to do graduation, some won't, being a sportsman. But for me, it's been really important. And from the very beginning, I was into studies, being my parents, both of them were teachers, so obviously I'm from an education background. And let me tell you that I was a topper till 8th class, and then once when my cricket took over, I still did well in the 10th and 12th. And well, this St. Stephen's controversy has been overhyped quite a bit, and it's not like the way it has been coming out in the media. What happened was that I was not allowed to sit for the exams because of my low attendance in the second semester due to my engagements in the sport. I had my Ranji Trophy and my Under-19 cabins. So that's why I could not go to the college. But whenever I get time, I do go to the college and don't bunk because I love going to the college actually. And I'm never in favor of there's a new campaign going on, the Mark for Sports. So it's not like that. I just wanted to convey that if the college, if these institutions can help a sports person, if they allow them in the attendance and all, because obviously they have their own commitments, the sporting commitments, the competitions and the practices, so they're likely to miss college. So obviously if the institution helps such students with the attendance thing and they are allowed to sit for the exams, then probably it's a healthy sign, and it also inspires the sports people to study. Like if my college does not support me, my interest in studies will also get minimized. But if they do inspire people who want to study, and by giving them the attendance and all these small stuff, it will obviously help those sports people who want to study and pursue with their studies in future as well.
अच्छा सा आपको नहीं लगता कि अगर कॉलेज और यूनिवर्सिटीज स्पोर्ट्स पर्सन्स को थोड़ी रियायत दें अटेंडेंस में तो फायदा भी होगा क्योंकि उनकी डिग्री भी पूरी होगी और साथ के साथ उनको ये नहीं लगेगा कि वो सैक्रिफाइस कर रहे हैं अपनी एजुकेशन। तो कहीं ना कहीं जैसे हमने दिल्ली यूनिवर्सिटी में देखा, आप तो खुद पॉलिटिशियन है, आपको नहीं लगता कि थोड़ा कहीं ना कहीं एक रियायत होनी चाहिए स्पोर्ट्स पर्सन के लिए, खासतौर से जो भारत का नाम रोशन कर रहा है?
इंग्लिश में बोलो हिंदी में?
आपकी मर्जी।
हिंदी में। देखिए राहुल भाई, मैं बिल्कुल उन्मुख की बात से सहमत हूं। मैं कपिल पाजी से थोड़ा सा डिसएग्री करूंगा यहाँ पे, क्योंकि मैं बहुत कम टाइम पाजी से डिसएग्री करता हूँ। बट पाजी आपकी माजरत चाहता हूँ, थोड़ा डिसएग्री कर रहा हूँ। पर लेकिन जब स्कूल में था, कॉलेज में था, जब मैं ज्यादातर मेरे ग्रैंडफादर के साथ रहता था, नाना के साथ रहता था, और मेरे नाना बिल्कुल एकदम बहुत स्ट्रिक्ट डिसिप्लिनेरियन थे, मैथमेटिशियन थे और एक बड़े स्ट्रिक्ट आदमी थे। तो मैंने जब भी क्रिकेट खेलना शुरू किया तो नाना ने मुझे कहा था कि बेटे तुम चाहे कितने भी बड़े क्रिकेटर बन जाओ, मेरे सामने जब तक तुम डिग्री हासिल नहीं करेंगे तुम इंसान नहीं है, बोल के बोले थे। तो मैंने कहा ठीक है नाना, अगर आप ऐसा बोलते हैं तो मैं जरूर पढ़ता हूँ। मैंने पढ़ना शुरू किया, बट हमें जो अटेंडेंस की प्रॉब्लम उस वक्त उतनी नहीं थी, लेकिन हमको कभी भी अटेंडेंस मिल जाती थी। बट लेकिन जब एग्जाम्स होते तो हमें बहुत कठिनाई होती, बहुत मुश्किल होती थी। आप यकीन नहीं मानेंगे, मैं बिल्कुल सही बात कर रहा हूँ। जब मैं प्रैक्टिस में, हमको बिल्कुल टाइम नहीं रहता पढ़ाई के लिए, तो नाना खुद मेरे खुद किताबें वो खुद पढ़ते थे और शॉर्ट एसेज बना के मेरे को देते थे और मैं वही जाके इम्तिहान में लिखता था। तो मैं समझता हूँ कि मैं बहुत खुशकिस्मत हूँ कि मुझे मेरे साथ नाना थे और उन्होंने बहुत मुझे बताया। बट लेकिन जो ये कंट्रोवर्सी इतनी जो हाइप अप हुई है, तो मैं समझता हूँ कि उन्मुक्त इससे पहले भी इनको मैं समझता हूँ कि अटेंडेंस की प्रॉब्लम हुई होगी, बट लेकिन आज इसलिए इतनी ज्यादा हर लोग इसको एक पब्लिसिटी स्टंट के वैसा बना चुका है। मैं जहां तक कि मैं सोचता हूं कि हर लोग समझते जब ये वर्ल्ड कप जीते हैं इसकी वजह से लोग कहने लगे हाँ अटेंडेंस नहीं है, हर एक जन आप अपनी बात करने लगता। मैं समझता हूं अगर ये वर्ल्ड कप नहीं जीते तो इतनी कंट्रोवर्सी नहीं होती थी, बट मुझे खुशी है कि ये वर्ल्ड कप जीते। और मैं आपसे ये कहना चाहूंगा कि आप बिल्कुल पढ़िए, आगे बढ़ते रहिए, पढ़ना बहुत अच्छा है। जैसा कि कपिल पाजी ने कहा, अपनी पढ़ाई हासिल करिए, पढ़िए बिल्कुल आपके आखिर तक है।
मिसेस चांद, भारत में मम्मी पापा हमेशा बच्चों को बोलते हैं कि खेलो कूदो मत, पढ़ो पढ़ो, होमवर्क करो, डिग्री लाओ। आपने प्रेशर नहीं डाला उन्मुक्त पे कि एजुकेशन को सैक्रिफाइस मत करो, एजुकेशन पे फोकस करो, अरे कहाँ चले सचिन तेंदुलकर बनने, अगर नहीं हुआ तो क्या होगा, डिग्री होनी चाहिए? आपने ऐसा प्रेशर, हाउ डिफिकल्ट वाज इट फॉर यू टू रिकंसाइल दीज टू डिजायर्स? जस्ट वेट फॉर अ माइक टू कम।
हमने हमेशा इसको सपोर्ट किया, जो ये चाहते हैं वो करें, बस पढ़ाई को साथ लेके चलें। और ये हमारी खुशकिस्मती थी कि ये पढ़ाई में भी बहुत अच्छे थे और जो हम कहते थे वही करते थे, तो हमने हमेशा इनका साथ दिया और यही कारण है कि ये आज यहाँ तक पहुंचे।
Let's take some questions from the audience, please. Okay, this gentleman in the black shirt, right there.
So,
Good evening, Kapil sir. First of all, before asking you the question, what I would like to say, I would like to give you my great gratitude, sir.
आराम से, कोई जल्दी नहीं है, रिलैक्स।
Yes, sir. सर, बचपन से जब मैंने आपको मतलब खेलते हुए देखा, तब से बचपन से लेके आज तक आप ही मेरे हमेशा से फेवरेट क्रिकेटर रहे हैं सर। और सच मैं दिल से कहना चाहूंगा कि आज तक हिंदुस्तान में आपके जितना अच्छा ऑलराउंडर अभी तक दूसरा कोई नहीं हुआ है सर। मेरा प्रश्न ये है सर कि सर 1983 के दौरान जब सभी लोग ये जानते थे कि वेस्ट इंडीज इतनी घातक टीम है, सर उस टीम के सामने आपने क्या टेम्परामेंट रखा, क्या स्ट्रेटेजीज रखी और क्या वो चीजें रखी जो इंडिया को एक बेहतरीन टीम बनने में और वर्ल्ड कप जीतने में सहायक हुई सर?
थैंक यू।
देखिए, जब आप कुछ अचीव कर लेते हैं ना, उसके बाद बहुत सारी कहानियां, स्टोरीज आ जाती हैं। उससे पहले या उसमें कोई फर्क नहीं था, उससे पहले क्रिकेट में और बाद की क्रिकेट में। फर्क सिर्फ इतना आया, हम जीत गए और उसके बाद हजारों कहानियां बन गई। ये सक्सेस लेके आती है। उससे पहले मैच में भी हम उसी तरह प्रैक्टिस, उसी तरह सोच रखते थे जो वर्ल्ड कप के बाद या वर्ल्ड कप के दिन हुआ। तो इसलिए मैं नहीं कहूंगा कुछ हमने इतना एक्स्ट्राऑर्डिनरी किया। एक्स्ट्राऑर्डिनरी क्या था हमारी टीम में या उस समय, वो शायद those days were specially made for us. God was kind. Let me complete, then I'll come back to you. Don't worry, I'm not in hurry. मेरा 10 बजे टीवी शो है, उससे पहले मैं फ्री हूं। इत्मीनान से आप बैठिए। अगर हम यहां पर आए हैं तो मैं आपकी सोच जानना चाहता हूं, लेकिन मैं अपनी सोच भी आपको बताना चाहता हूं। कोई अंतर नहीं था, हमारे में पैशन था खेलने का, जीतने का नहीं। खेलने का पैशन था, शायद वो पैशन हमें वो जीत की तरफ लेके जा रहा था। कोई फर्क नहीं था पहले मैच में या लास्ट मैच में खेलने में। सिर्फ वो 25 दिन में हमारी थिंकिंग बदलती गई हर मैच को जीतने के बाद। सिर्फ इतना फर्क था। ना तो हेल्पिंग स्टाफ था, ना क्रिकेट मैनेजर था। अगर हमारे में कोई था तो हम आपस में ही एक दूसरे के कोच थे, सीनियर प्लेयर थे। इस तरह की क्रिकेट के दौर से हम निकले थे, तो हमने कोई ऐसा एक्स्ट्राऑर्डिनरी प्लान नहीं किया। शायद जो आज स्टोरीज आती है बताते हैं, ये स्टोरीज टेलर बड़े बदमाश होते हैं। वो घुमा फिरा के कुछ ना कुछ ऐसा कह देते हैं कि हाँ ऐसा किया था। जब मैं सचिन के साथ बैठा था तो अगले दिन मेरे को 4 दोस्त मिले, कहते सचिन ने बोल के 100 कर दिया। मैंने कहा क्या? कहता उसने कल रात को डिनर पे हमें बोला था मैं 100 करूंगा। मैंने कहा फिर तो वो बहुत गलत है, हर बार क्यों नहीं वो करता, हर बार क्यों नहीं करता? हम सब हर बार 100 बनाना चाहते हैं, तो क्या वो हर बार 100 नहीं बना सकता? अगर किसी के पास इतनी एबिलिटी है कि हर बार वो वर्ल्ड कप जाके जीत सके या हर बार 100 ले सके, तो शायद वो जब नहीं करता तो वो हमसे धोखा करता है। तो हमारी सोच में कोई फर्क नहीं था,
सचिन
पैशन वही था।
कपिल सर आपने नहीं, we got so many more people. I'm sorry, we can't take more questions. Sorry, no, we can't take more questions. We got so many more people. I'm sorry. Please listen to us. You can do this later. He's here. You can do this later. कपिल सर आपने सचिन तेंदुलकर की बात की। हाल में खूब चर्चा हो रही है क्योंकि पिछले 3 इनिंग्स में जिस तरीके से वो क्लीन बोल्ड हुए, मैं अजहर सर से भी, कपिल सर से भी ये सवाल पूछना चाहूंगा। खूब चर्चा हो रही कि इतने साल उन्होंने भारत के लिए इतना शानदार खेल दिया, लेकिन क्या अब वो वक्त आ चला है कि सचिन तेंदुलकर को आखिरकार अंतर्राष्ट्रीय क्रिकेट से रिटायर हो जाना चाहिए? क्योंकि अब वो स्ट्रगल कर रहे हैं। ये एक ऐसा खिलाड़ी है जिसको पूरे देश ने फुल फॉर्म में देखा है, खूब प्यार किया है, लेकिन क्या आपको लगता है कि वो वक्त आ गया है कि वो अपना पैड उठा लें, बैट उठा लें और नए खिलाड़ियों को मौका दें?
आई थिंक ये बहुत इंडिविजुअल है, बहुत इंडिविजुअल है हर एक खिलाड़ी के लिए। और जिसको इस खेल से प्यार या मोहब्बत है वो छोड़ना बहुत मुश्किल होता है। मेरे लिए भी बहुत मुश्किल था, शायद अजहर के लिए आज भी बहुत मुश्किल है। मैं जब इनसे बात करता हूं आज भी इनको, इनके जो सोच है वो बदल जाती है कि और मैं जाके खेलना है। तो जिसको खेलने का जुनून है उसको हम क्या कह सकते हैं? और जिस इंसान ने इतना कुछ पाया है उसके बारे में हम चर्चा करें वो भी गलत है। हां, हमारी ये सोच थी कि इनको वर्ल्ड कप के बाद अब छोड़ देना चाहिए, ये वर्ल्ड कप के बाद हमने बोला था। लेकिन जो आदमी खुद में इतना बड़ा हो जाता है उसको खुद महसूस करना चाहिए कब सही है कब गलत है। आज द नीड ऑफ द आवर्स, आई लाइक टू स्टैंड विद हिम। Maybe I would say 6 months back I wasn't standing with him. I want him to retire. Today I want him to go, whenever he go with a smile and give us the final nod of he is the champion.
Azhar sir, do you think it's time that Sachin should retire? A lot of people saying that it's time for him to go.
I think Rahul bhai, it's a very, very individual thing, with due respect to Sachin. I think I've been his captain, I've played a lot of cricket with him. I found that he's become a little bit slow, in his reflexes, because it happens with age, it happens with the way he's played, with so much pressure all the time. People expect him to score runs, and then playing for 23 years, it takes its toll. But I honestly feel that, if he really wants to play, this is my very, very personal opinion, with due respect to him, if he really wants to play, I think he has to play more matches. Because a lot of people are talking about Virat Kohli's form, or for that matter anybody else's form, because Virat Kohli is playing more matches. That's why he's been in tune with the game. Because Sachin, he doesn't, I think he played this 2 test matches after 3 months. However big a player you may be, but when you don't play matches, when you're not having match practice, you find it very hard to come there and play. That's what happened. That's what it has given people to talk about him.
Do you think it's time for him to retire?
But I think it is very, very individual thing, when
What
he's
do
a
you think?
great player. As Kapil Paji said, if he had to retire, he should have retired after winning the World Cup. But I think he feels that he can still give a lot to the Indian team. But I really can't say much. That's a very individual
that's his
decision.
choice. But
As Paji said, when a person is playing, it is very hard for him to sometimes leave the game. At times it is good that he's been told, or any player being told that, okay, fine, this is it.
You think the time has come to tell him?
Well, I think if the selectors want to.
But the selectors, are they in awe of Sachin Tendulkar? Can they ever actually tell Sachin
Well, I
Tendulkar?
think sometimes you have to take decisions, but as I've said, with due respect to him, I mean, he should be given whenever he wants to retire, he should go out with a big smile, and then everybody should know that he's playing his last game, and then everybody will celebrate.
And he absolutely deserves a great goodbye. And I'm not going to ask poor Unmukh that question and get him into a lot of trouble. So let me rephrase that question. You've grown up, I'm sure, watching Sachin Tendulkar as everybody else has. What does Tendulkar mean to you?
Well, Sachin has been the real inspiration behind cricket. And I would never want him to retire because I love watching him bat. And it's my dream to play with him one day.
Have you played with him so far?
Well, I've just played against him in a IPL match. Otherwise, I haven't played with him. But it was really nice, before going for the World Cup, we had an interaction session with Sachin. And it was really helpful to us. And he has that, the halo effect, I could feel that aura in him.
What did he tell you?
Well, he had a successful World Cup campaign. So, he discussed with us the pressures of, of the World Cup. And obviously playing the World Cup in India was even more pressure situation for them. So he discussed with us told us what all things, how can we get hold of the pressure, because obviously it's the first time most of the boys will be playing in such a big situation, such a big tournament. So the thing that he told us that whenever you are in pressure, the best thing to avoid that pressure or to get in control of yourself is to be together, to be amongst ourselves, to be in the 11, just enjoy yourself out there, have fun, crack jokes and be together. That's the best way to avoid the pressure, and that's what we did in the World Cup, and it really helped us out.
Alright, let's take some questions. The gentleman in the grey shirt right at the back over there. Yes, this one. Yes, please. No, the one in the back, please.
My question is to Ajay sir. Sir, would you again like to be contesting for the MP in the year 2014?
Well, I think definitely yes, because I've really worked hard in my constituency. So,
but are you worried Congress की जितनी बुरी हालत है उसको देख के इस बार मुश्किल हो जाएगी विकेट थोड़ी?
I think 2014 it will definitely.
This will be a very bouncy, pacey, green pitch with the ball moving in all
directions.
directions.
I'm pretty used to those type of wickets, because.
And sir, from the same constituency.
This gentleman who didn't get a chance this time, please.
Hello sir, my question is for Mr. Kapil Dev. Sir, I've also played a lot of cricket back in school. I was a medium pace bowler, so this question is for you because you were also a very good medium pace bowler back in time. Sir, आजकल एक argument है कि जो lately जितने medium pace bowlers हैं और fast bowlers हैं, इनकी जो बॉलें होती हैं, ये आपके time के fast bowler से तेज होती हैं, which is why batsmen in your time could afford to not wear a helmet or something. But I think this is very arguable क्योंकि with the lights of people like you and Dennis Lillee and Ian Bishop and everybody, I don't think ऐसा कुछ है. But what is your take on this? कि आज के bowlers क्या पहले के bowlers से ज़्यादा fast हैं? Because we did not have speedometers back in time. So what is your take on this?
हमारे पास वो मशीन नहीं थी जिससे जज कर सकते कि कितनी तेज बॉल फेंकते हैं. So it's a very debatable thing. So जब था ही नहीं तो उसके बारे में क्या डिबेट करते हैं. ये जरूर जानता हूं जो 80 से 75 से 85 या 90 तक दुनिया के इतिहास हिस्ट्री कहती है जो फास्ट बॉलर आए वैसे फास्ट बॉलर कभी नहीं आए. कहने का मतलब ये है कि उस समय इकट्ठे कम से कम 25 फास्ट बॉलर दुनिया में ऐसे थे जो आपकी रातों की नींद उड़ा सकते थे.
आपकी नींद किसने उड़ाई?
मेरे को तो हर बॉलर जिससे मैं आउट हो जाता था वो मेरी नींद उड़ा देता था, तो मुझे ऐसे कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं थी. आज जिस दिन मेरा दिन अच्छा होता था तो शायद मैं उनकी नींद उड़ा देता था. क्रिकेट में ऐसा होता है.
अगर आपकी नींद किसने उड़ाई? किसी ने उड़ाई आपकी नींद?
आई थिंक यहाँ पे एक चीज बोलना चाहूंगा. जब भाई आपने भी वो मैच खेला था सियालकोट में, जो वसीम अकरम और वखार यूनिस जो स्पेल डाले थे, मैं समझता हूँ कि वहां पे बहुत सबसे फास्टेस्ट स्पेल में अभी उसके बाद कभी खेला नहीं. क्योंकि आप लोग बोलते हैं कि यहाँ पे बहुत से प्लेयर ब्रेट ली के बारे में बात करते हैं और बहुत से दूसरे प्लेयर्स के बारे में 150 डालते हैं, 152 डालते हैं, बट लेकिन जब वसीम और वखार डालते तो आई मीन इट वाज लाइक बहुत फास्ट. आई थिंक दे मस्ट बी बॉलिंग 150, 154. easily.
Okay.
They're very tough to play, very tough.
We have
Wasim
time
Akram.
only for one final question, and that will go to the lady in the white and black chair.
Very good evening to you, sir. It's my pleasure to stand in front of you. It's my question to all three cricketers that how you tolerate that pressure when you lose against Pakistan.
हम दोनों जवाब दे दें
Yes, sir. No.
उसकी तो अभी बारी नहीं
He's
है.
not, still not played against. एक match खेला है, but not the pressure match. You know, like when we used to play, it was always too much pressure. But especially the matches which were played in Sharjah, I was being like really, it was very sapping, mind-sapping games. You know, it was very tough because you had the people who were living in Sharjah going from India, and they said कि साहब आज मैच जीत जाना नहीं तो हमारी इज्जत चले जाएगी, हमारी ये हो जाएगी, ऐसा हो जाएगा. But so there was a lot of pressure, but I think we really did well because I think there's no pressure among the players. You know, we have got a very cordial relationship with the players. It's only the spectators and the crowd. You know, I mean, it's but natural that Indian people want India to win. So that was always been a pressure game. But I think we've really done well against them.
I think pressure आपके थ्रू हम तक आता है क्योंकि आपकी एक्सपेक्टेशन ज्यादा हो जाती है अपने आप से, तो वो प्रेशर जो रिलीज हम पर नहीं होता. तो इसलिए मैं यही कहूंगा कि जब भी कभी आप क्लास में फेल हुए, नहीं ना, मैं फेल हुआ हूं, मुझे प्रेशर का पता है, तो आपको प्रेशर का नहीं पता. प्रेशर तो जब आप सक्सेस ढूंढते हैं तो प्रेशर ज्यादा आ ही जाता है. और जब तमाम हिंदुस्तान ये चाहता है कि हम बेहतर खेलें, तो आपका प्रेशर हम तक कैसे आता है? जैसे अजहर भाई ने बोला कि हम होटल में जाते हैं, चाय भी पीते हैं, तो चाय वाला वेटर भी आके बोलेगा कल आप हारना नहीं. अगर हम वेस्ट इंडीज के खेलते हैं तो वो बात भी नहीं करते क्रिकेट की. तो इसलिए आपकी भी उतनी ही जोश या उम्मीदें होती है हम पर जितनी हमारी होती हैं, लेकिन हर रोज वो एक एक्स्ट्रा आदमी जो भी मिलता है सड़क पर, वो आके बोल देगा पाकिस्तान से नहीं हारना. तो ये प्रेशर इसीलिए बन जाता है क्योंकि हम तमाम लोग जीतना चाहते हैं, क्योंकि हम जब दो भाई इकट्ठे रहते हैं, जब वो अलग हो जाते हैं, वो एक दूसरे से हारना नहीं चाहते. तो शायद हिंदुस्तान पाकिस्तान एक था, जब अलग हो गए तो अलग होने के बाद कोई भी एक दूसरे से हारना नहीं चाहता, चाहे वो बिजनेस में हो या दो भाई अलग हो जाते हैं, चाहे वो मुकेश अंबानी या अनिल अंबानी हो, वो एक दूसरे से बेहतर करना चाहते हैं. तो इसका प्रेशर उनके काम में नजर आता है, हमारे खेल में नजर आता है, हमारे खेल में नजर आता है.
For having given us so much joy on the cricket field and for having thoroughly entertained us at the India Today Youth Summit, Mind Rocks 2012, Kapil Dev, Mohammad Azharuddin, Unmukh Chand, thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear a warmer round of applause.
Thank you, thank you. Before I go, I just want to tell all the youth of my country, I believe in you, and we believe the better India. I think some of the politicians, some of the people haven't made us proud, but I hope if you come into that life, make us a better India and better proud people to live in this country. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir.
We request our esteemed panel to stay on the stage, and can I call upon CEO India Today Group Ashish Bagga to present a token of appreciation.
It's good that you're taking pictures. Let's also hear you clap.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together. Three very tall gentlemen who've done the country very, very proud.